Definitely not.
No.
No, it is.
Oh no.
I hope it came on. I mean, I hope it... Me. I mean, I hope it caught that. I'm gonna leave that in.
Yeah, leave it in right there.
Leave it in.
Oh, gosh. This has been so bad for us. Stop giving me the clap. Oh,
Nope.
we're going to do the Miss Susie. I got to do the whole Miss. Oh, wait. I know, I haven't done it in a long time. I know, I can't do it. I haven't done it in a long time. I used to do that as a kid, though. Did you do that?
Yes, we've
on the
been
bus.
over this.
Yeah, I know, but I used to do that on the bus.
You didn't playground.
Oh, you do?
You didn't?
Yeah. There was a lot of stuff that I seemed like...
What's over your hand?
I don't know. I'm like a mess over here. I feel like this has been one of those wacky times at this house.
Oh my god. Hi, Brian. What time is it there?
Well, you know what? You might have a chance of it being some crazy time now.
It's like, aren't they like 16 hours?
No, they're a day ahead. 24 hours.
Okay.
Right? I say 24
I
hours.
don't think 24, but...
Hello from Australia.
Yes, what time is it?
I know, Brian. I didn't get to say bye, but I love you and I miss you, buddy.
What'd you forget?
Oh.
Nothing. The grass is really wet. So I don't think I can cut it.
No, you don't want to.
Oh, darn. Because he's like out there with the hose. It's 9:02. 14 hours, see?
Yeah. Well, 14. Well, yeah. It's Brian. Say hi to Brian. Say hi. Keep going. There you go. Hey, Brian.
Ashley is also on here, and now Sammy is. So you guys say hi to them too.
Hey.
Your side host. Okay.
Hi. Hey.
I'm glad that this is gonna see it too.
I know.
I can't. I'm glad I'm zoomed in too because I can't crop it now because Kelsey will not be in it.
There you go. Too bad. The way it goes.
Hey, Ashley, do you like our shelves?
She
helped put them up. She said she almost commented on the first podcast with them up, saying that.
I know we never talked about them. So did you hand? Did you hand? See?
I didn't do anything.
It's your wife. Did you handpick these? You married her. Who's the bigger? Who's the bigger fool?
You choose to still be friends with her.
Hi.
Everyone's saying hi.
She did let me pick the ones
up there
to go out here.
Oh.
6 cents.
It's family. It. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice. That's. Did you compromise, or are they all your picks?
I did have the stipulation of I wanted at least a full row of Stitch ones because Stitch is my favorite.
Oh yeah, so you.
And she has like 30 of them.
I have a lot of because they make a lot of Stitch variants.
Oh yeah, that's good. So then you both compromise at least a little bit on that,
mm-hmm.
And then the rest are all your picks.
Do they have any Tarzan ones? Look into that.
Stop spending money on Funko Pops. Also, do they have any Tarzan ones?
I'll look it up.
We have exceptions.
Clearly. I don't think there's Tarzan. Oh, well, maybe.
This has gone to a crazy.
Nobody cares. Literally nobody cares.
There it is. There's a bunch of them. Oh man! Don't worry. See, it won't be your money. It'll be her money buying it.
That's true.
So win-win.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they got a little baby.
They have a baby.
Oh no, that's a good time. Sorry, that's fine.
Are they expensive?
I don't know.
No.
This
is not the time to be looking up what they have Jane too.
I just said they have Jane and Tarzan. What the
I
hell are these?
Oh, I don't even know.
They're vinyl?
Jake and I don't compromise. He always just tells me to just do it. Yeah, Jake's a smart man.
Can we just take... Y'all get the special look. Look at this.
Oh. What
the hell is that?
What is it? Are they those Russian dollars? That's what I thought it was.
They're just vinyl.
Did you need the
Yeah, I'll get it in a minute.
Is it going to die in 2 seconds? I got your water, so you don't spill.
Let's see if I can zoom in on that. Let's see if I remember to do that.
Nope.
Good luck. You guys can zoom in yourself. Anyways, how was your week? Hi, guys. Hi, friends.
Yikes.
We're on a high right now.
Yeah.
We're not high, but we're on a high.
Yeah, okay, first of all, let's explain. So, usually it's just you and I for dinner.
Yeah.
And we had your lovely wife
Yes.
and your upstairs neighbor,
Mhm.
which somehow became a big show because everyone just got the giggles.
Oh yeah.
So we have been laughing and joking nonstop over everything.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not gonna want to look at this one.
Ashley's like waiting for the Zoom. She's like,
Can you zoom on this?
no, with this.
Oh.
You said you're gonna.
Fucking stupid. I got stupid.
I don't know what's funnier: Ashley sitting waiting for you to Zoom, or you getting the joke.
Oh God.
This has been dinner. That was all dinner. That has been all dinner tonight. Is
I
us.
made the worst pancakes in my entire life.
Oh, yeah, they were. I'm sorry.
They were bad.
They were.
They were weird. They were like rubbery.
Yeah, that's a good one. I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Like, they were like rubbery, and they were like
it was like
flat.
You know, like the silicone sponges.
Yes,
that's what we ate.
Yeah. And then you put some chocolate. You burnt a little chocolate on top.
I burnt a little chocolate. Yeah. It's like eating a Polly Pocket shoe, you know, or the clothes. Yeah, that's what it was like eating.
Yeah, it was. It was like that.
It didn't have the rubber like squeak to it. But
okay, how many times did you eat these clothes? Because you even had the whole like squeak to it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is that something else you and Sammy used to do? Like besides
everyone did it. Everyone did it.
$5. Ashley's like, not me.
Ashley, come on.
She's like, I didn't eat no.
Hello.
I love when people.
I hope they don't hear it because that'd be hilarious.
Random dance.
Dance break. We should have that. Oh no, because we can't be copyrighted.
Yeah, God forgive.
Anyways, we can. I think we have like 5 seconds. Up to 5 seconds.
Yeah, it used to be that way. I don't even know how it is now. That's the way it used to be. You used to have.
Keep talking. I'll look it up.
So amazing. Squirrel. So you guys. This was a good team thing, the putting the shelves up. Whose idea was it? Whose idea was it?
Who do you think?
Yours.
Kelsey.
Was it?
Yeah.
Because
you really think I was going to bring those out here?
Yeah, but those are really nice. Like, it's set up nice, though. It doesn't look tacky.
Yeah. Well, she wanted to put 6 shelves up. I'm like, absolutely not.
Oh, that might have been a bit too much. Yeah,
but the way she was
because
also
you
describing
have this right here, which is Disney anyway, so it's not.
Well, this is
not
like the Disney room.
Yeah, so why wouldn't you put the Disney pops out? Now I can understand.
She want more because this is what I was afraid of.
I'm just hurt. There's no Goofy out here. There is Goofy movie. But there's no. Yeah, try again. That's the lead singer.
I don't know if she hasn't. No, she has a big Goofy. That's why.
Oh yeah, with him fishing, isn't it?
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh,
I
was worried that this was gonna lead to like, oh, this wall should have stuff.
like up or
this wall should. Yes.
Yeah, I could.
I don't
right
want
now. I you know what I would do if this was my apartment?
Mm-hmm.
I would actually have up on top because I would put all my really rare stuff that you wouldn't want anyone to touch, like way up there, right on the top. Mm-hmm. That's what I would do.
I can't reach up there.
Sammy says I plead the fifth.
About what?
About you eating the
what are we talking about? 10
no, she's still watching
seconds.
the live, trying to see if she can zoom. What's that? Oh gosh.
No, go ahead. Keep talking.
No, but I don't have stuff in boxes, so I can't do that. Like
8 seconds,
which is not really
before they flag it.
Not really like that.
8-second dance break.
Easy, you almost punched me in the face.
Sorry. Start hanging them from the weird ceiling shelf. I don't know if they would fit.
That's why I just said, like, right here.
I think it might just fit.
Yeah, if you
also, who's reaching up there?
That's the object. Is that once
to put them up?
To put them up, and then no one touches.
You can't reach it.
Yeah, you get a ladder. That's what
You're gonna see Kelsey up on a ladder.
Well, we have
You're gonna see Ashley up on a ladder.
Well, I don't know if she's afraid of heights or not.
It's not happening. I don't care if she's afraid or not. She's gonna fall off that thing.
Poor girl walks through doors. She can walk up a ladder. Sandy can do it. She's the tough one in the family, isn't she?
Oh yeah, she like jump off the roof if she could.
I know, she's the tough one. So we'll just make.
She's got all the balls.
Yeah, she is. She's fearless.
Mm-hmm.
Remember
she's
that?
like my mom.
Do you remember that one time we were over your house and they had your dad open the pool and he's like, "Okay, guys, it's still really cold," and then it goes whoosh, Sammy right by just whoosh, yeah. And I'm like, she's like, "It's fine. I'm not cold." And she's like purple. I'm like,
she's purple before she got in, but yeah.
I remember your dad's like, "That's gotta be cold."
I feel like then you risk them getting too dusty. Yeah, you really think I'm gonna dust these things?
Oh,
that's gonna be a Kelsey problem. The ones
way up top.
Still.
Yeah.
I'm not dusting these. You think I'm gonna dust those?
No, I wouldn't dust those. I just put them up there and just be like, it's like you don't see them anymore.
I know, it's a shelf of dust. This is my dust collection.
You know what the sad part of that is so true. Hey, Jack. Nailed it.
You know what Sammy is afraid of?
What?
Baby bunnies.
Come on.
So
there's no way. Okay, Sammy, no, really.
I'll tell you the story.
She was attacked by her.
No. Before she says anything,
okay. I won't read it.
My dad was doing something outside and Sammy was helping.
Yeah.
And I was outside too. Whatever. They were in the backyard.
Careful, you're not blocked, guys.
One time. And all of a sudden, like, I think Sammy and Jonathan were together, and all of a sudden Sammy just screams like bloody murder. Like somebody just died.
How old is she?
Old enough.
She's like last year.
No, I was in high school, so it had to have been.
So she's in high school slot because she's not
middle school, high school.
Yeah.
Okay. So we just hear her like blood curdling scream.
Yeah.
And so we run over there, and she was like, "Dad's like, what's going on? What happened?" And she was like, "Ah!" And she thought they were baby rats.
Oh, okay.
But it was literally like blood curdling.
I remember when I was real little, probably like 7 or 8, there was a nest, and they were all running around, but they weren't really running around because they were little, and I was catching them. And my parents were like, "Don't touch them." The mom's not going to. I was like, "Oh, I got all these." I was like, "These are great."
They'll never see their mother again.
I know.
Thumper.
It's a different story. Bambi's fine. Thumper's parents.
Right.
No. The only thing I do remember this when I was real little. I was a little bit older. I'm going to say about 8, 9, which is not baby, but you're kind of becoming a little person, if that makes sense. More of I don't want to say adult, but
yeah.
I was climbing a tree and
you fell out. Nice.
No, actually, I got a worse story for that
Christ.
one. But I was climbing a tree, and one of those really big caterpillars that were green, you ever seen those things, were on me. But because I was kind of short of I swear to God, it was like the size of my arm. I remember screaming. My dad had a shovel, and he just shook it off. I was like, "Oh my God!
Jesus Christ."
I tried to do the. This is how old I am. Ready? I remember when the very first Indiana Jones came out. So I got a bull whip, and I went to go whip it on the tree, and I was like,
yourself up?
No, because I was gonna swing, like Indiana Jones whips the thing, and I kept doing this, and it wouldn't let go. I'm like, I did it. This is badass. I did literally like a 3 seconds of my feet off the ground, and like I did that,
and it didn't start because you're doing a money.
I did this 100 times. Shake it to try to see.
Amen.
2 hands. 2 hands. That's all. It's impressive. I don't need it. So it's useless, but it's still one. Okay, 2 fingers.
You know what?
This has been dinner. So we're just transferring this. And Sammy's like, one time. It was one time she screamed. How many times has she seen baby?
I don't know.
Yeah. She's like,
she screams like, a baby.
It was funny because, all right, I'm not afraid of mice. I'm not afraid of them.
Okay.
But they scare the crap out when I'm not prepared for them. Like,
well, yeah.
once in a blue moon, which I haven't had a problem. Let's see, because I'm saying it.
God.
Yeah, because I'm saying it. You know I'm in trouble. But I had a one point where I had little field mice problems.
Okay.
So you set up the traps. You set up everything because you don't want them in your house. Like, that's too far for me. At least for me, it is too far. And there was one in the middle of the walkway.
Ew. Mr. Walk Down Me, I'm the walkway.
I was like walking down the steps, and it was like right there. I must have screamed bloody blue murder because I wasn't expecting it. And they're like, "Are you afraid of mice?" I'm like, "No, I'm just not expecting this mouse just hanging out, looking at me like."
He's like, "What's up, bro?" This is a guy in a Mickey.
I've been checking out the figures. He's holding all the weapons and stuff. Like, you don't see me. I'm an action figure that fell down.
Oh, Sammy is afraid of ants.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Did I ever tell you what happened to Mary when she was little?
Oh my God, no! What?
She wanted to go outside, and so
I can't
just use the camera. It's fine.
Everyone
wants to see the inside of your eye. You're like, go on, guys.
I mean, my eyelashes look really pretty today.
They do. You actually did all your makeup and stuff. Looks very pretty. Yeah, Marion wanted to go outside, and she was you get that age where, see, my backyard is all...
What?
My backyard's all fenced in.
Yes.
So, we used to let her out in the back. Run free. We do. We used to tell her to go run free. And shut the gate and lock, and then we would sit in the...
Open the gate?
No, we
let her in the front door.
You've seen our lock, right? So then we go sit in the kitchen or sit somewhere, and then we kind of just watch her, which you basically, she'd just be running from one side to the... Or we let the dogs out with her, too, so they eat her. No, they would watch her. They would watch her.
The dogs watched her.
They did. Okay. They did.
Nanny. Nana.
Yeah, because actually Ed used to bark if she started getting too restless or someplace she
neighbor.
Huh?
I forgot you had a dog named Ed.
Yeah.
So I was like the neighbor.
No, Ed was a Labrador we had.
Yep.
And so she was in the backyard and she was sitting playing with all her dolls, having the best time. And then she started jumping around screaming. And we're like, what's wrong with her? And I was like, oh, she must be playing. Like, she sat on an anthill. So she was getting all the ants were on top of her. We had to bring her in and put her in the bath and the shower. And, but she was little enough that we had to, not little, but she was little enough where she wasn't taking showers yet. And I'm like, don't put her in the bath because they're just going to be swimming around, So my Jay Lee at the time got in the shower and tried to wash off because it was bad. There was a lot of black ants all over her. That was scary. But I keep telling her, you're afraid. She's like, no. She doesn't think about it. So I'm like, okay, that's good. I feel like we all have one bad experience with an animal. Do you have a bad experience with an animal?
I had a bad dream that makes me kind of afraid.
Go on.
It was emus. I had a dream that I was on an emu farm, and they one of them attacked me.
Yeah. What you have to do is bite your hand, because that's what they all do. You ever see those TikToks? Eat it! So I now know it's like, wow! That's not going to happen. Emu's going to look at me like, you're miming it? Great. I'm in a box.
You can't get me. My favorite place. Sorry.
So I'm still having...
So what are you afraid of?
I'm
not
really...
Snake-o.
I don't like certain animals, but my biggest fear are bees.
Are you allergic?
No, we got when I was little, my cousins and I. So I have two cousins. One's a girl and one's a guy. And when we were little, my mom used to have this thing where we had boy time and we had girl time. So we had to play Barbies, or house, or makeup, or dolls. We always had to, and then we'd play Star Wars, and then my cousin would always play the girl part. Well, my other cousin and I would fight for, whatever, we wanted to be like one of us would be Han Solo, one of us would be, you know.
Did you say your boy cousin was the girl?
No.
Okay.
No, my girl cousin was the girl.
Yeah, I figured.
But the boy.
But my brain was like the boy
was the other
I'm
one.
like, good for him.
Yeah. Except that he always was.
It was you.
And the worst thing was she was always the mommy. He was always the baby, and I was always the daddy. Like, you know, when you're playing house, which is really badass. No, it was really awesome because my parents used to save all the stuff like hot mustard and all the soy sauce, and then they would let us have like because she had like a collection of like real pots and pans, but they were like little, and then we used to put stuff in it, like, and then mix it up, and then pretend we're cooking, and so it was a big mess half the time. But my parents would let us do it and pretend that we'd. So playing house sometimes were really cool because we got to play with.
Sam and I did that too, but it was not condoned. I mean, condoned? No.
Yeah, like your mom and dad did.
We weren't supposed to do that. We did a lot of
Don't use big words we don't know. Okay. If you can't say them, we don't know them.
I thought you were going to tell the shark dream. I forgot about that.
So, we just...
it wasn't a shark, it was a fish.
Much scarier. So, we landed
up... It was terrifying. Go ahead.
I was in a pool. No. No. So, we decided to... they decided to buy all these different lotions and stuff for my cousin and put it into a beauty kit. So instead of having like real makeup, all it was lotion, different color lotions and stuff. So
we're so loud.
That's been going on for a while. I've been trying to talk over it.
I know.
Because I know you squirrel it. You're like,
I was trying to ignore it too.
So
was that Jasmine? No.
So we literally had tons of. My parents bought tons of different things, or their parents, and you know, whatever. And so she had like all this stuff, and every single thing had you put something on, like on your nails, on your. But it was all lotion, so it wasn't like anything that really stuck or anything like that. And we were playing on the stone wall that we played on 100 times. The only problem was we were putting all this stuff on, or she was putting it on us. And we're on a beehive, and we didn't know.
Ooh.
And she landed up. I don't want to blame her because I think it's one of us lands up kicking because you're kids and you kick the wall.
Yeah.
And then when I say cartoon version of like a swarm of bees come out, like that's exactly what terrifying. I think. Like that's exactly it's in my head. Like I cannot see it any other way. I don't know if it was the other way or it's just my child imagination or what, but that's what I saw.
That's terrifying.
And they actually started attacking all of us. And my cousin, because he had the most on and he got stung so bad and he's allergic to it.
So
and there was no EpiPens and stuff like that back then. So we, for 24 hours, well, I think it was almost 48 hours, he couldn't sleep. We had to play train. We had to do tons of stuff.
Play train?
Yeah, like to keep him awake. Because you're supposed to keep moving to keep the fluid because his face, I mean, you couldn't even...
train? What is...
Like, you get in line and you play train. You never played train? Where
like a conga line?
Yeah, but it's you play train. Like, the birds are like, come on, we're train, let's go.
So you guys were up for 48 hours.
Up. And, well, there were times that he would fall asleep, but he would have to sit up. And you know, he's little now. And he's like 5, 6. And the rest of us are all a little bit older than him, you know, so, or maybe a little bit older. I don't remember the exact thing. I just remember being young enough that it was the scariest thing I've ever saw, and old enough to know that I wasn't like, you know, a kid, like I was the oldest of the three of us. And I remember to this day, I'm scared of bees or like.
That's terrifying.
And people are like, oh, how, it can't be that bad. I'm like, yep, it is that bad. Like I can just picture just the swarm comes out. And when I see it on cartoons, I'm like, that's real. That's not a joke. That's real. I actually won't watch, what movie is it? Is it The Good Son? I won't watch it because I know he dies from the, like there's a movie with Macaulay Culkin when he's like real young. I think it's The Good Son. And he gets attacked.
Subway.
Squirrel.
What does Subway mean?
She's afraid of Subway. And yeah.
What did you say?
It's A Good Son. I think it's A Good Son. The movie. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. and I'm not spoiler, I guess. Spoiler alert. He gets attacked. It released in '93. I don't know what to tell you guys. He gets attacked by bees and ends up being allergic and actually dies from it.
Jesus Christ.
Because he gets stung so bad. And someone said, "Oh, did you see the movie with the little boy that gets stung?" And I was like, "Nope, not watching it. I still won't watch it."
Why is it that they look like they could be siblings?
Because...
But then this guy is adopted.
It's true. They play brothers in it, I guess.
Step brother.
I don't know. I remember being really scared to a point that I won't watch anything with like. I do have another thing to scare you. When I was real little, and this is when I'm real little, my parents worked on the same property as our house. My dad did, and so there were certain days that I would have to kind of sit in the house and watch TV, and I would play on the floor, and they would come in and check on me every blue moon, way more than, but, anytime to break, or they'd be like, "Hey, you okay?" We had an intercom system where I could, talk to them. And I always liked kind of being alone because I was an only child anyway. So, and then I could have the whole living room from my toys, because instead of my little room, that was huge. Yeah. So I got to play on couches. Like I was able to play on everything. So it was like a big playground for me, and I couldn't wait. And so there was stuff on TV, and this is when TV was like you watch whatever on TV. Like there was 3 stations. There was like 6 stations. 3 regular ones, 12, 10, and then you had like 3, like 64, 56, and 38, and that was it. Like that was it. And I don't know. I'd watch all these like old shows all the time, like I Dream of Jeannie and stuff like that. Yeah, loved it. But somehow there was a movie on, and it was about these animals that ate something and got really big. I didn't watch all of it because I wasn't really paying attention because I was playing. And all of a sudden they had this part where this big fly comes out of a thing, and it's supposed to scare you. It jumps out of or it doesn't jump out, it comes out. Meanwhile, in my house, you ever seen those black big flies? It's flying and going bzzz in my house. I screamed so loud. My grandmother at the time and my father at the time were all on the same property, all ran because I was afraid because what was on TV was happening at my house.
I mean,
but it was just because
fair enough though. When you're a kid,
when you're a kid, I was young enough that you're talking about.
That probably scared me now.
Like 8
for a second, like oh shit, like
I remember freaking out. So bad, like I was hyperventilating. They were like, "What? We just left. Like, what happened?" Like, and I was like, because we had gates up for dogs, like because my dad obviously we were in dogs 24/7, but we had gates up. So half the time it was just my bedroom and in the living room. So there was really no place I could really get in trouble with, and so unless I was really going to crawl over gates. And my parents came in too many times to kind of do something bad because the second I thought of something, they would have been like, "Oh, what are you doing in here?" So it was always like, and also again, my mom had got this awesome plush rug. So if you took your cars and drive, you could make roads. Oh yeah, it was because you had like the whole, and you spend like 20 minutes just making that one turn,
and your mom comes in and vacuums all.
As soon as it was like the next day, I still would be there, and she's like, "Oh, I vacuumed everything," and like, so you spend another all day making like.
That's how I felt with our Barbie house.
I would remember literally laying on the floor and pushing everything against the grain so I could make the roads again.
We used to make Barbie houses out of books.
Yeah,
like we had like a series of books, and we'd always use them as a room.
Yeah.
But they would always fall down. So by the time like you fix everything,
you
make all the rooms, So or like Saturdays, we always had to clean a room on a Saturday. So we put everything away, and then as soon as
I've never
yeah, because as soon as we were done cleaning, they check once, and then they're like, "All right, cool," and then everything is literally back out.
I remember the time your mom said, "Oh, you want to see what the 2 girls are doing?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll go." And she's like, "No, it's okay. The room's pretty bad." I'm like, "It's all right. I'm a boy. I'm used to I was like open. I was like, and I was like, oh my. I was like,
and we both somebody come in.
I was like, lunch was like, oh my god! You and Sammy, nuclear bomb went off in that room when you guys were little, yeah. And I remember your mom's like, I will throw everything away there.
And then one time we cleaned everything and just threw it out the window. Room's clean.
So who was elected to go out and get all the stuff to throw it back in the?
I think we both had to.
Did you?
No, I think we cleaned it. Well, Kiki was over, and either she like saw things coming down, or she looked outside. Maybe she was leaving or something, and all of our shit is just in the front lawn. Like Sammy's underwear. Like I tell you, we just threw it out.
Mom's like, where is it? It's behind it. No, it's in your closet. No, it's under your bed. Well, you guys did a good job.
Yeah.
The pile's like this outside.
There's no lawn.
There's no lawn, no clothes. Right. There's nothing anywhere.
We got rid of her, Mom.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
Sammy and I used to play school, and then during lunchtime, we play Subway.
Oh, okay. So
this is where Subway comes in.
Okay.
So we'd take every condiment out of the fridge and put it out, and then we'd have like whatever lunch meat we had, the bread we had, whatever. So like we would make Subway. Oh, so all the fucking condiments on there. I'm a condiment bitch. Like I put everything on there. I'm like, cause I'm a fatty, you know. We're like down the head, check yours, you know. Wait, what was that? You're a fatty. Oh yeah, I'm fatty. Oh, won't look at me.
But you ate it?
Yeah.
Oh, so we didn't eat ours because ours was
real food.
Yeah, ours. Well, mine was real food, but it was
but like we make the sandwiches like this big. Like I'm telling you right now, Scooby Doo had nothing on us. And then there was one time
picture you two trying to squish it down.
There was one time I was like, "This is gonna be my appetizer, right?"
She's like, I got the deep fryer going.
Like piece of romaine lettuce with mustard. So I was doing lettuce wraps before it was cool.
With mustard? She's like,
you know what Kelsey judges me for a lot?
What's that?
So growing up, we were a condiment-only household. Do you know what that is?
No.
So basically, our parents wouldn't buy food unless it was frozen or it was a condiment.
Oh, yeah.
Like we had nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know.
So
of course, I know your house. Right? Yeah, I know what you mean.
So we would always make mustard sandwiches.
Right.
Which is literally a piece of bread with mustard.
Right.
It would be best with white bread and yellow mustard.
Right.
But the other ones are okay.
Right.
So I did that one time while I was here because I was just like, that sounds really good.
Yeah.
And Kelsey came and she goes, "What are you doing?" Where was I when you guys were playing?
Definitely not parenting these two.
You didn't want to play with us, so you were in your room.
You didn't like half the thing on the menu.
You got to the bread and you were good. Bread and mustard.
Ashley, but when you were younger, I think there was 3 things you would eat. Oh, and that's it.
Yeah.
I love you with tons, but I remember that real clear. Your mom be like, "This girl don't eat." I'm like, "Then let her starve. There's no big deal."
Right.
Well, she don't like me anyway.
Save the money.
Because remember your mom said she doesn't eat. I'm like, what's the problem? You got 2 that want to eat you out of your house and 1 that doesn't like food. Perfect.
So then I made a mustard sandwich here, and Kelsey, aka the best sandwich, hell yeah. Sammy said hiding. So I made a sandwich here, and he was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "What do you mean? Like, don't judge me. I'm eating a mustard sandwich." And she was like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "You've never had a mustard sandwich?" She doesn't like mustard.
Oh, okay. Well, that's why she never had a mustard sandwich.
She's like, "That's so weird. Like, why would you do that?" I'm like, because I grew up. This is what I could eat. Okay. Like, this is everything we had in our house.
It's funny. I wasn't going to tell the story last week, and I kind of talked about, but we're going to talk about this. So, I used to go over a friend's house. And he's, Charlie Day. He's an actor. Yeah. He does Sunnyside. Yeah. Okay. We went to elementary school together at the new school. He had this thing where he used to take salami and then put like brown mustard on it. Yeah. And then roll it up. Yeah. So he would do it all the time. And then when I would go over his house, we literally would sit in front of the refrigerator with the door open and just roll and just like drugs. We were like, yeah. Right? We love that, right? So Shannon bought like a pound of salami and says, "Do you like salami?" I'm like, "Oh, I love salami. I haven't had salami in a long time." Right? She goes, "All right, good. All right." The whole fucking thing. I eat get the fuck out of here! I don't eat bread. It's just like boom. It was like, God, the next day, or not the next day, but she came back and she's like, "What happened to salami?" I'm like, I had it already? They're like, she's like, "Wait a minute, how many sandwiches did you make?" I'm like, 0. No fucking sandwiches.
We're making roll-ups here.
That's what I do. You put it in, you roll it.
But my mom
roll like a joint instead of smoking it. You just.
But my mom forgot to buy bread, or the bread went bad. We'd have ham and cheese roll-ups.
Right.
I'm like, that's fucking nasty.
Nope, I ate those too.
No, because the cheese was just like a weird consistency. Because it would be for lunch, for school.
Right.
So by the time we ate it was a little like soggy and like,
but I can't tell you.
I can still feel it in my teeth.
and ham is always a little slimy.
Yeah,
it's
like the cheese is slimy.
Yeah. But salami is.
I love when we talked about food. Like,
but it was a little greasy. But I remember sitting with Charlie all the time. Like, every time, because I used to hang out at his house like all the time, especially like all in elementary school. Like from 1st to 4th, I like lived at this guy's house practically. Yeah. Or he came over to my house a few times. So we're like, yeah. And he'd roll, I'd be like, yeah. And then here I am in my 40s being like, yeah. Oh God, I forgot how good this is. And I was like,
I'll never judge you for that. Because I grew up on mustard sandwiches.
No, you put like 2 pieces on bread. Like 2.
Oh, on rations? No, you put at least like 4 or 5 on.
No. Get the bread.
I understand that, but if you're making a sandwich, you gotta that shit
you gotta roll it so it just squirts out the end a little bit as you're biting, and then you gotta flip it to the other side. Amen. There is a goddamn science to that stuff, and I'm like, oh, my mouth's watering thinking about it now, and I don't eat it because it's okay. First of all, salami. I know. So the salami's so bad for me. Like it's.
Oh yeah.
It's so bad. I literally go through.
I thought you said I threw up.
No, I literally go through 1 pound. Like she'll buy like, I bought a pound.
She used to give you like 2 slices at a time.
She's like, "What happened?" I said, "I started watching TV," and that's the other thing.
Oh.
I started watching like my favorite show, and you do the binge watch. You're just like, that's you're done with the. She's like, "You almost
ran out of mustard."
I ran out, or that, or one time she bought salami, and I go, "Oh yeah." Go in the refrigerator, and there's just yellow mustard. There's not the brown mustard, and that gold has to be Gold's brown mustard. I don't know why. That just is good. And I said to her, I said, "I don't have." She goes, "Well, just use regular."
That's like asking for a mustard sandwich with like honey mustard.
Yeah.
Fuck you. No, it's gotta be the plain yellow mustard.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That's what she bought this honey mustard. I swear, it kind of tastes like red. I was like, "Where's the honey?" Because it tastes like goddamn mustard. She goes, "Oh, you can taste it." I'm like, "No, I can't." I really
don't like dumping honey on it.
No, and the funniest thing is, I instantly, as soon as I eat it, imagine me being like in 3rd and 2nd grade over his house, and I can picture his refrigerator and his tiled kitchen floor just sitting there with the door open. Clearly should have the door closed, just take it out, but we just sit there with the door open, just eating it like it was drugs. Like,
oh yeah,
like we would be like before we got caught, because she's like, "Okay, you want to grab a snack?" And it's like, "Yeah, all right, let's go for a snack." And I was a fatty when I was a kid, so I was like, "Hell yeah!" And he would literally sit Indian style right in front of the refrigerator on the door, just a piece for you, a piece for you. Roll it.
Me and Sammy at the freaking fridge door. Okay, did your mom have certain... We're foregoing this.
This is about fatty foods.
Did your mom have certain, like, times to eat? Like, rules?
Yeah, no, yeah, my
because
mom...
I still can't... Go ahead, actually.
No, go ahead. My mom had that whole, like... I didn't eat breakfast. I never wanted to eat breakfast.
Unless it was pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it was a leftover.
Yeah.
I wanted always, my breakfast was last night's dinner.
Yeah.
Or I wouldn't eat it. And I remember my mom actually calling a doctor. This is how old I am. Called the doctor and actually.
The doctor said,
and the
no more monkeys
no.
jumping on the bed.
He actually said the opposite. He said, well, it's bread. it's
yeah.
tomatoes.
Yeah.
It's cheese. If there's meat on it. Like, it's not really a bad thing to eat, compared to a sugary cereal.
Yeah.
And so she actually got to a point where she just be like, all right, eat the meatloaf, eat the whatever it was. Roast is my favorite leftover. Oh my God, I can have that till my brain pops. But it's like, but I am so big on that. And my mom would just be like, okay, this is, and then at lunchtime would be around the same time. But I'm a creature of habit. So I like being on that mode.
Yes. But in our house, you can't eat after 10 for breakfast. And then you cannot eat lunch. You can't eat lunch until like noon.
So you're McDonald's hours.
And then after 3, you couldn't eat until dinner time. And dinner time was like any time that she decided that it was dinner, So to this day, I still can't eat breakfast after 10 because it feels like a sin.
No.
And then I'm like, do I eat lunch? Do I eat breakfast?
I'm at the point.
So I usually just eat a snack and then I wait.
I'm really bad about this, but my lifestyle now is I don't eat breakfast in the morning. I come home within that 3 o'clock span. I actually eat my dinner then.
Mm-hmm.
I eat like a meal, like a proper meal.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'll have like a snack, like later in the night.
But, Shannon's over.
Huh?
I said if Shannon's over.
Yes. No, or I'll eat something real small later, and I have one meal. That's it. And I feel like I'm always the best on one meal, but I tend to when I have to be with regular people and they're like, "Oh, you want to eat a lunch? Do you want to have dinner?" I'm sick. I'm like.
So do you not like eating when you come over here?
No, I
done making
no. No. When you make dinner, I don't eat.
I see.
So I haven't eaten all day. So when I'm waiting for you, like even when I go from my parents on game night, I don't eat all day.
Got it.
I don't eat anything, and it's tough because I'm like my stomach's like, and I'm like,
you like feel sick, like nothing sounds good.
I'm like, oh, okay, just it's almost time. Just get there.
Why don't you have a cool snack?
Because I'm not a snack person. I'm a meal person. Everything I do
get
is
that,
like
but
a
I
meal.
feel like about to die. Like you eat something.
No. Look at me. Do I look like I'm about to die? I mean, small children come up and rub my tummy and say, "Buddha, grant me a wish." No, it doesn't bother me. It's just, and I don't know what it is. Like my body loves being on the schedule. I don't know what it is. It like if it's A, B, C, it wants to do it all the time. I'm a creature of habit, and I think that's.
I think with I am a scheduled person when it comes to like days.
Right.
But when it comes to times, like because I'm a hairdresser, I eat when I can. And I don't like to eat in front of people. That's a whole dark story, but so I don't eat in front of my clients. So I usually wait until I have a couple minutes. I'm pretty much.
No, I think my problem is I have a bad stomach. So I have like 2 ulcers, so everything goes through me like, and so a lot of times I plan my whole life around eating. Like if I have to go do something, I'm not eating all day.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have to wait to figure out like if I go to a concert or something, I don't eat that whole day. I barely drink because I know whatever I'm going to touch my mouth, I'm going to be in the bathroom like in 5 seconds because I get I hate the word anxiety, but you get worked up. Like I got to drive there. I got to park. I got to make sure it's a parking place. I hope not too close to here. I hope I can back up. I hope I can do this. I'm that guy.
Yeah.
Like I'm that guy who's thinking 30 steps ahead before anything even happens. So when something happens, I was like, I got to plan for this. Mm-hmm. And then by the time I get home, the hardest thing is going to a function is by the time I'm ready to go home, I'm exhausted because I've been going since like yesterday. Mm-hmm. That's the part they don't understand. Like we're going to Connecticut. Grayson wants to go to this horror thing, which I'm excited to go to. Well, all 3 of us are excited. So
what is it?
It's like a horror Comic-Con.
When is it?
It is the end of September. I don't know the exact date. Okay. I want to say the 23rd or something like that. It's on a Saturday. So, like, I have to think about, okay, like, all right, I have, they're both Friday, so we can leave nice and early. It starts at 10. I want to make it a 2 hour ride.
Mm-hmm.
What time do I have to leave? Make sure everything's in there. I think about how much money
Are
I
you spending
have.
the night there?
No.
Oh.
So as soon as we're done, like what time we're going to be done. That is a big thing. Like she has pictures with her favorite horror person, Art the Clown, and so we're like, okay, that's the second thing. Okay, when's that going to be? Oh, it's going to be later in the afternoon. Good. We can go nice and early, try to get all the other things before her pictures, and then we can decide. This is how I think. Then we can decide if it's good enough. We can stay longer because it's open till 9, or if it's pure crap and it's not really that good, we can get the hell out of there and everything's done. And we're done. Also, I think to myself, we get there at 10. A lot of people go when they're assigned by pictures. We're going to get there the earliest because she's in the afternoon. We can get everything in and out done. That's how I think of things.
Yeah.
But then I know I'm not going to eat lunch. I'm not going to do anything because I don't want my stomach to be upset. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to get home Saturday night, and we're probably, if it's 9, that's a 2-hour drive home. So, I'm not going to be home until much later. And then
you're not eating.
Like I'm not eating all day. So I don't eat the day before, and because I eat something real light the day before, and then I don't eat all day Saturday. Sunday, whatever I eat, it goes right through me because I've had 2 days of just stomach acid. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be bubbling over. I know how I work. Like, it happens all the time. And then, so like Sunday, I'll be like, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Just smell the fridge.
And it's like instantly like that. And it sucks. But I know any other way, it doesn't work. Like, it just doesn't work. It's because of my anxiety, everything I gets in my stomach will just burn like nothing. And
you want something for that?
I actually take things that's supposed to settle your stomach. Mm-hmm. My mental is stronger than anything else in the world. And I've always been like, that's probably why I have 2 ulcers, just because I've been, as they say, riding that pony for a long time.
So, not the good pony.
Yeah.
The good pony left.
But when I was younger, I feel like that's a young thing. You ever get that, like, growing pains when you're so hungry, you'll eat anything, but as an adult, you're like, I would never eat that, no matter how hungry I am. Like,
so we just gotta get you salami.
Oh, I'm really bad at that. Like, oof, that's a drug. Once in a blue moon, she'll buy it from me because she knows, like, whatever she buys, like, it does. It goes like water. But that's the only thing I can think of that I really go through besides drinks. I love, because I drink so much water. If I get anything with a flavor, like juice or something that's not carbonated, I'll drink that till, like, I'll drink the whole thing in one. And that's another thing. The whole night. Like, I'm that guy who, like, if you get, I'm just saying, 12 packs of can, like, I'm gone in 2 nights. Like, because I just get like, oh, it's different.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, I'm done. Oh, I'm done. Oh, I'm done. And then next thing you know, you're like, why did you drink it all? Well, because I drink lots of water, so
balance.
Yeah, I don't have much. I'm really bad at that.
That's okay.
The best thing I can explain from myself that I've learned is I'm very black and white. I'm very on or I'm very off. When I drink water, I drink tons of it. Mm-hmm. Like I used to have a water machine in my house, 5 gallons, and I have 5 5-gallon containers that are always full in my house.
Oh, I thought you were going to say they were empty. I was like, no, you should do something. No,
actually, right now only one's empty. Mm-hmm. But I just go through.
How often do you have to change it? Is that once a week?
No. I live alone. I don't drink that much, but 5 gallons is a lot,
Karen drinks a gallon a day, so that'd only be 5 days worth.
Yeah, I guess. Well,
I was doing that. That fucking sucks.
I don't do. I think it depends because the hotter the day, I feel like I drink more, and then the cooler the day, I drink less.
Average.
Yeah. So I would say maybe 2 weeks, probably. Mm-hmm. Sometimes in the winter, that's much longer, and it all depends on what I eat too. Like lately, I've been eating more out, not out, but like at Shannon's or like whatever, like not home. So I tend not to drink as much because I'm not cooking and eating. So that makes it different. That makes it last a little longer. Or like I'm trying to think. We just bought this drink that I can drink that's not carbonated. So I didn't drink water for almost 2 weeks because I just drank. I was like, oh, this is like pineapple. And I'm like, this is great.
Yeah.
But then I didn't drink for 2 weeks, so water lasted a little longer.
I've been needing to drink more water.
I
go through phases where I'll drink like 5 gallons in a day, and then I'm good for like a week. Like there's like a week where I'm like, I'll skip the water today.
So my big thing is it has to be cold.
Yeah.
Has to be cold.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next thing is if I'm thirsty, I don't want anything but water. Like if I'm thirsty. If I'm not thirsty and I'm looking for you know how sometimes they'll tell you to drink because you get hungry? That's when I want like flavored drink. So if it's in the house, I'll drink it. Mm-hmm. Like for a while, I would take there was this grape soda that was really flat already, and I would shake it up and flatten it, and I would just drink. Yep, 2 hands. I don't need it, but just 2 hands. And yes, perfect. Now you get me. You know me now. And I would drink that. But
what's up with grape not tasting like grape? You know, like grape.
No, do you ever realize all fruit flavors
I guess so.
never taste like strawberry soda? Never tastes like real strawberry to me. Because I don't.
Strawberry soda.
I love strawberry soda. You ever had strawberry soda?
I don't like fake strawberry. So probably
I'm the opposite. I don't like real strawberry. I like fake strawberry. Like I have a sweet tooth. Like I like sweetness.
I don't.
Yeah, I like pineapple. I don't like real pineapple. I like fake pineapple.
When I have juice, I like to water it down.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
My mom did it.
Oh my god!
Condition.
No. Okay, so I have this pet peeve, and Shannon is the biggest champ at this in my whole life.
Yeah.
She will go and get. I don't care. Just name whatever you can put at
apple juice.
Like okay, apple juice, right?
Okay, yeah.
She'll drink the whole apple juice, right?
Yeah.
And then as soon as she's done, she'll go put water in it. She does that with soda. She does that with like fruit.
No, because that's the equivalent of saying, okay, I love how I grab yours. Okay, you drank all the apple juice, now you fill it with water, and now it's apple juice. You know what I mean?
No, it's water apple with like this little tiny gee, this tastes like something's in this. Like
you gotta change your water filter.
Yeah, like no.
I want that.
You need a new glass. You need a new glass totally. Or you're gonna wash the glass. Like you're gonna wash the glass out.
Yeah. So,
and I'm not saying scrubbing it with dishwasher, but you can rinse it out, scrub it with the thing, and then that's good. But there's no way if I have fruit punch. Yeah. If I have and there's. If you will, and we all know, red beads in there, I'm filling up with water, and she's like, yeah, but just give it a little. I'm like, nope, can't.
So I can't refill my water. That is in the dishwasher. I'm not drinking out of that cup again. Right. But I will, pour half juice and half water. Because it's too sweet.
The other thing I love about water is I can be this much water in it. Right? There can be this much water in it.
Yeah. You gotta refill it.
And I can be the next day. I would just put some more ice and fill it up again. I don't need to clean the glass. It's just water. Unless I ate something that's gross on my thing.
Yeah, so if it's in an enclosed water bottle, I can do that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If it's an open cup, no.
No, I can't do it.
It's good until I wake up and then it's gone.
I don't know about the red solo cup or a glass. Maybe that's a little different. But if I'm talking about one of the when there's a little top to it or something like that, then I'm like, okay, fine. But no.
Yeah, because I bring water to bed.
No matter what you do, you always look.
Oh, yeah.
There's some people I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, it's fine. I'm like, no.
You got to make sure.
You got to make sure, there wasn't a fly in the ice that melted. Now the fly is I don't know.
Extra fiber.
Extra protein.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I can't.
Yeah. It's got to be if I bring water to bed, it's fine until I wake up for the day.
Now, are you the soda person? Can you? Soda. All right. Well, I
do occasionally.
I do know people who do the whole if it's left too long, they have to dump it out. They can't put more soda in it. I'm like, so I'm always I can most of all the things I can always add more. Mm-hmm. I'm not that guy that's oh, well, it's been an hour. No, I think because I don't like carbonation.
When Kelsey,
Because I think
If Kelsey's cracks one open the night before, and the next day she didn't finish it or whatever, she just throws it away.
I'm really cool because I don't like that, so I actually leave
Do you want the 14 can size?
You have new ones that have to be mixed. That has to be like a little.
We'll mix them all together.
What did you say?
Yep. We'll concoct it for you. I think she's got a little bit.
I think that's better than Sam saying that. Oh, she had a lot of fruity flavors in her mouth. Oh, you're at a gay woman's house. No, I just. Are you a no touching food person?
Okay, here's the thing. If it's like
do you have rules about certain food that can touch and that can't?
If it's a saucy thing, that needs to be away.
Yeah.
If it's like, I don't like condiments on my plate either. Like I usually put that in a separate thing, so that way it doesn't get all mixy.
No, I get that.
And I don't really like my food touching, but it's okay if it's like, say it's like mozzarella sticks and.
Okay, so here's my big question.
I like things.
Here's my big question.
Yeah.
Do you like food that is like pre-mixed? For example, I know, see, right? Shepherd's pie.
I don't like shepherd's pie to begin with.
Lasagna.
That's fine because it's meant to be that way.
Yeah, like things.
But if you're telling me you have
like I can't do
with
mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes.
No,
separate plates.
Separate. I actually wholly agree with that.
Yeah.
Like there are some for example, Thanksgiving.
There gotta be one of those plates.
Literally, Thanksgiving. There's only two things.
Separate plates. Or like really? It needs to be like
really because there's only two things I need for separate plates for Thanksgiving, and everything else I'm good with.
Cranberry sauce.
Cranberry sauce.
Wait! I want to guess it.
Okay. Cranberry sauce. Yep. I don't know if you're gonna get this one.
Oh, isn't that common?
I don't think it's as common, but I do know a lot of people that do this, so it's not crazy talk. It's something that's.
Well, now you got me thinking.
Yeah, it's not going to be your normal.
Okay, I don't know that.
It's broccoli.
Your broccoli?
Yeah, we have broccoli cooked in chicken broth. So good.
Interesting.
It's actually mushy, but it's really good. Like it has a flavor. Brock. And those two, because you know why? Those two have to be on their own plates because then I put gravy on. I don't know, but I like gravy. So I like gravy.
And I definitely don't want gravy with everything. Well, there was one time that we went to 22 Bones for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And I sat next to Pappy, and I need my food cut because I was a little.
Yeah, last year.
It's been a little bit longer than that. He's been gone for a while.
Come on, you know I'm just.
I know.
Don't get everyone going on me because you know it.
No, but he cut everything up, and then he like mixed it all together, and like there was gravy, and I was like,
nope. No, so I like my dad's gravy. My dad makes homemade gravy.
Me being a fatty, that really hurt my feelings.
My dad makes homemade gravy, and it really does taste good on the mashed potatoes and turkey. And I only have
like a white gravy, or is it like
no. It's a brown that he makes from the turkey. Like he makes it from scratch.
Yeah.
Like there's no can. There's like he makes it, so it always tastes
beautiful.
Like it goes with the dish because it's made with the dish. I guess. Yeah.
I think because I'm not really a sauce person.
Right.
Like I only like.
Well, I've seen you use sauce.
Yeah, but I don't like ketchup. I don't like the normal sauce.
But you use mustard. Like, I've seen mustard.
I use mustard
and ranch.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Anything else, like I'm just, and I don't really like I'll do it occasionally, but not all the time. And it depends on what it is.
Yeah, no, that's like
French fries, pretty much by themselves.
I have this rule, like as long as it fits into like certain categories, I don't care if like things are touching. But there's some categories you go no. Yeah. Those I'll have like I can't go to a buffet. That's my big thing. Ooh. When I go to a buffet, I feel like it's 6 trips because I come back and they're like, "That's all you're gonna eat." I'm like, "No, that's all that's allowed on the trip."
Yeah. Before they start touching,
I can do chicken, mashed potatoes because if they touch, it's not the end of the world. Like you.
Do they have any buffets around here?
I don't even think
besides
so
the Chinese one.
No, I think they closed up a lot of places.
Yeah.
Like those real buffets, but then when I go up and get Mexican or something, like the whole plate. They're like, "Oh, why?" I'm like, "Because you can't put Mexican next to the chicken, next to the, like it's like
it doesn't go. Come on here.
Like I'll literally have like 6 dishes of like different foods, and I'll be like, "What?" I'll be like, "Yeah." The worst I've ever seen is I went out to dinner with somebody. I won't throw him under the bus, but he literally came back with 2 plates with everything. With desserts on it, with like mashed potatoes, with like green beans, with I was just like seafood. It was like 2 plates. I was just like, and I felt like I literally was getting up every 5 minutes because I had like the prime rib plate, I had like the sushi plate, I had like like why don't you just? I'm like no, this is fine. I'm not crazy. But I just feel like there's certain food, and the worst thing is he ate it that way. Like he just would grab different things. And I'm like, that doesn't go together.
Do you eat one thing at a time, or do you?
I do try to.
I eat my least favorite thing.
I graze on certain foods. Like for instance, like we're just talking about like prime rib and like green beans and like mashed potatoes. That's a graze thing. I feel like I have a little bit of everything at a time. But there are some things that I feel like I'll go and I'll be like, all right. I feel like buffets, the first thing I go is going to be my absolute favorite. And then it's going to be like, was that amazing? Should I go back again for that one? Or should I try something else? And it's like this big internal fight in my head of like, yeah, we'll go one more time for that.
The mac and cheese there is always nasty.
Yeah.
It's like mush.
That, or you have to mac and cheese, the potatoes,
the pizza's nasty.
You're always there's some things you really got to look at because you just be like, those look like they're like
from 6 years ago,
or they just came out of like a box.
Oh, yeah.
And you're just like, those look really.
I paid this much money for that.
But then you kind of go. But then I try to look around and I go, well, there's certain things like the one in Middletown, was it Yum Yums?
Yummy.
Yeah.
Yummy. Whatever it is.
I always have this attitude like, all right.
I went there
once
once and I got food
biggest thing
poisoning.
in here? What's the? Oh, did you? It
was when they first opened.
Oh.
That was great.
It was Marin's favorite. We used to go there all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I used to go and be
she grew up in a buffet, though.
Yeah, I know. She did.
I feel like every time I was with you, Jay was like, "To the buffet!"
We went way.
Or McDonald's when Marin would lick the window.
And we would literally sit down, and I would go, "Okay, what's my money? Like, what's the money thing here?" Like sometimes it'd be like a big piece of meat, and they'd be out there cutting, and I'd be like, "I'm just going to eat that all night because I know I'm going to get my money's worth." Or like they had sushi, so it was like, kept grabbing stuff or I usually do that.
They did sushi there?
Yeah, they did.
Oh,
they did. They had a little. I'm trying to think what it's called. A little when they have the little skillet and they kind of make you up type of things, like
hibachi.
Hibachi. That's it. Thank you. I couldn't think of the word. Yes, and they would make up stuff for you, but I was always like, no, I don't. I think that's a little skimpy on things. I'll go, and I would go through it. Or the big thing was, that fruit bar. I'd go up there like 100 times for dessert and grab the fruit bar because it would have 100% honeydew cantaloupe. I'd be like, yeah, that ain't cheap, so I'm taking my money because you're paying for it, and I hate to be that way, but you're like, hey, and I wouldn't touch because a lot of times I feel like a lot of people throw on too much mashed potatoes, like and that's out of the box, and that's the cheapest thing on there. That's why when it comes out, it's like this big, you know what I mean? And then you go through all the other stuff, and there's only like a little bit of it, and that's why I always make sure. I always feel like kids go up and they grab like like, oh no, grab this. Marin grabbed the shrimp all the time. She was smart. She'd go up and grab the fried shrimp, and then that's all she would eat. I'd be like, you want anything else? Like, go have the little vegetables, and she would have some vegetable, but it was like, go up and she'd, I'm going to have shrimp again. I'm like, hey, money's worth right there, like
protein.
Because sometimes it's like
omega. Do you get omega-3 from it? from shrimp?
I don't know. I'm not that smart.
From fish, but
I'm not that smart.
I'm gonna look it up.
Go ahead.
Not that anyone cares.
Ashley cares, don't you, Ashley?
Oh, Sammy left. Huh? Yeah. What a loser.
Well, we know she would have left. Her attention span is
gone. What am I looking at? Oh.
So now we know why you were in the same room with her. See, Ashley, she's already vacuuming.
She's pretty vacuuming.
She's on, but she's vacuuming.
High in cholesterol, but also contains omega-3 fatty acids.
Oh, well, Marin, literally.
Which have been shown to promote health. Balance.
Right, there you go.
It cancels itself out.
Perfect.
Yeah, you ready to go?
I think that's enough for their food.
Thanks for coming to our food blog. What should we name this one?
Fatties. Welcome to the Fatty Club.
Don't mind our fat ass tangent.
What are we going to talk about? We were going to talk about, but our fatty. We started talking about your crappy pancakes, and then all of a sudden we're like, okay, let's talk about things we really like.
Yeah. All right.
All right, guys. We'll catch you next Thursday, next Tuesday. Bye, guys.
Bye. Anytime you want to finish.
You gotta keep touching the button more than once. You want it to finish.